Hello everyone, Mr.Talent here, bringing you our draft analysis for our new Battle League, the WBE. I am your coach of the New York Marauders, and I'm excited to finally be back, bringing back league play to the channel, get some singles back on the channel, and hopefully make you guys proud and do well in this league. Now, new logo is up there. I'm thinking about doing shirts for them. Let me know if you guys would like a shirt of New York Marauders. Let me know, or a hoodie, something like that. Let me know what you guys are thinking. But as you already know from the live draft, if you haven't, this is my team right here, and pick order going from left to right, and then going down it goes like a zigzag like that. So basically, you go Hydreigon, you go Fini, Hydreigon, you go Fini, Hydreigon, Aggron. It's like a little zigzag, and then I ran a space, so Periglean floats at the end. But basically, this is our team. I'm going to explain what I was doing right off the bat and why I wanted to bring, or what my 4 or 5, basically my first 5 picks, and why I chose what I did. The rest of the mons are basically fillers and mons. Not really shouldn't say fillers, but they fill up some gaps that I desperately needed and help with some weaknesses of this team. So, first off, my biggest mistake I've always made in league play was not having a reliable spinner or a defogger. I mean, I had one, but like, I only had one, and it was either weak to rocks or it was very obvious, or I had to bring it every week just because I had defog. For example, my Gligar back in whatever league I had that. I don't remember what league that was in, but I had a Gligar that I had to bring defog on every week because it was only defogger and things like that. It was very, very bad. So I make sure I had a nice bulky fairy with just straight power. I picked 4th, so 4th overall went Tapu Fini. Tapu Fini was my first pick overall and 4th out of the whole entire league. Now, why do I choose Fini? Fini is phenomenal. Its terrain prevents statuses, except Pokemon that are flying with Levitate. I got Defog on it. I got Nature's Madness Shenanigans on it, which is, I think, better in singles sometimes than doubles, but we'll see what happens. I'll do it with what movesets I want to use in this thing. It's bulky. It's a bulky water and a bulky fairy, and that's honestly enough said. And it gets defog. Like, Solomon could sub Calm Mind, gets Calm Mind, could boost stats. Only thing it is lacking is reliable recovery, but that's alright because the rest of the team could back it up pretty well. And it's Fini, it's a bulky water. That's what we want bulky waters that can synergize well. Any good team in Pokemon will always have a bulky water. So I figured, get mine right away. Tapu Fini was my first pick overall. Then, I really wanted the Dragon Fairy Steel core going on. So I decided I'm going to prioritize at this league, or for this draft. That's exactly what I did. My next pick, 2nd overall for the New York Marauders, went Hydreigon. Now, what is good about Hydreigon? Yes, he's time for weak to bug. But guess what? Fini resists that. He's weak to fighting. Guess what? Fini resists that. He's weak to fairy. Fini can kind of take that pretty well. And he's weak to dragon. Fini is immune to dragon. So, I figured he's EQ immune. And honestly, Hydreigon shines in league play. Because it could be physical. It could be special. It could be bulky. It could be a wall. It gets roost. It gets T-Wave, Toxic, Roar. I think he gets T-Wave. I might be wrong about T-Wave, but he's a great mon. He's a dragon that goes well with my fairy, Dragon Fairy Steel core, and Hydreigon is incredible in league play. As you can see from previous teams with him, such as A-Drive with the Hydreigon Mega Metagross. That was a big reason why the man went 11-0 that season, or 11-1, losing only to me in the UCL that one season. Miguel, another man who thrived in general, but Hydreigon was just... Put Hydreigon in the right hands, and this mon is going to wreck shop. And hopefully my hands are the right ones. Otherwise, I'm not going to use it as efficiently as maybe them. But I still think Hydreigon is a great mon. I could definitely use it quite well. And with physical, special sets, and bulky sets, this mon is versatile and hard to prep for. Another thing, mons that are hard to prep for in league play make your opponent agonize prepping against you. And just eventually go, forget it. Let's see what happens. Eventually, that's what I do at least. So... Hydreigon is a great mon, has Levitate, and its weaknesses are very easily covered with the rest of my team. Next pick, 3rd overall for the New York Marauders. I keep wanting to say Long Island Red Rockies, but for the New York Marauders, 3rd overall, right away, I want a Mega Aggron. Mega Aggron is an absolute phenomenal, amazing, beautiful hunk of metal with legs, alright? This mon is very bulky. I mean, it's weak to fighting, but it doesn't really care that much. It's like a freaking huge Titanium Z, maybe. He has Filter, so he's going to take 20% of this damage from special attacks, I believe, that he is weak to. So things like Flamethrowers, Fire Blasts, so on and so forth like that, take 25% reduced damage. He is a reliable Stealth Rock user. He resists rocks. He has T-Wave. He has Roar. He has plenty of things to go well with a bulky mon. He is our first Stealth Rock user on the team. He could definitely fit perfectly with the Fini, Hydreigon, and now Mega Aggron core. Because guess what? He's weak to fighting. Fini's there. He's weak to fire. Fini, Hydreigon are there. He's weak to ground. Honestly, yeah, he's weak to ground. But does he really care about like an EQ damage on him? At worst, EQ is going to 3-shot him from a really strong mon. That's like a choice banded stab attack. But I don't think anything could 2-shot Aggron outside in the physical realm. Special realm, yes, but the physical realm, I don't think so. But he's weak to EQ. He can eat it pretty well, honestly. But Hydreigon is there with Levitate. Weak to fire, like I said. Fighting, he's covered. And what else? That's honestly all it's ground, fire, and fighting. That's it for Aggron, right? For Steel Pokemon in general. So you were fine with that. And also, if I don't Mega Evolve him, I have Sturdy Aggron, who could do some cheeky things as well. And basically, he's just a Steel type of the Dragon Fairy Steel core. And I think it's a very solid first 3 picks core-wise on my team. Ain't as good as a Bulu Heatran kind of thing going on with another mon, but Bulu Heatran are bread and butter. But I think my core, pretty damn amazing. I'm not going to lie. I like it a lot. Those 3 mons are going to be very pivotal on my team. They're probably going to come almost every game. I would say at least 2 are going to be coming every single game. So enough about him. Our third mon is Circuitry. Circuitry is a threat between Psychium Z, or the not Psychium Z, the Psychic Z Stone, the Electric Z Stone, Z Hypnosis, the Electric Terrain Z move, and just being a base 1-3 special attack stat in general, phenomenal. He could be Scarf, he could be Specs, he could be physical, he could be special, he could do a lot of things. And of course, you guys see down below, I did get the Psychium Z, so guess what? Z Hypnosis is on deck. Put things to sleep, and just try to proceed to wreck shop with Circuitry right there. I think he's a great mon for my team. He hits hard. There's not many glitch mons in the format, honestly, besides like Raikou, Circuitry, and Thundurus. Those are like the best ones. So I think getting Circuitry over those maybe good for my team. Overall, Circuitry's phenomenal. He puts in work. He can sweep on his own, and if he gets the ball rolling, it's gonna be rolling for days. So that's why we have Circuitry on deck. Next up, Emboar. Oh, Mr. Emboar. I made sure the second tier 3 came around. Emboar was that I rushed to pick, because guess what? Emboar is one of the most versatile mons in the game. And like I always used to say in my old streams, my Aura streams, if Emboar is predicting right, there is not a single mon that could switch into Emboar outside of Deoxys Defense Form, Primal Groudon, and Giratina, I believe, are the 3 mons that I think of right away that if you're predicting correctly. For example, if I'm going Flare Blitz, I'm calling a Pokemon that is neutral or weak to fire. If I'm going Wild Charge, I'm calling a Pokemon that is neutral or weak to electricity. Granted, this is with a choice. Remember, guys, I'm talking about choice. I should say that. I should have said that to begin with. But Emboar is an incredible offensive threat with such a ridiculous move pool that scares any mon thinking about switching out on this mon right here. And if you stay in against it, even resisted attacks between banded, reckless, recoil moves, the DPS is huge, and that is why Emboar is on our team. Nidoking is here. Honestly, I said Nidoqueen, but I didn't realize when I took Nidoqueen, I thought they said Nidoking, and I like, oh great, I'll get Nidoqueen, but I do take Nidoking over Nidoqueen because Nidoqueen was taken. So we have another Stealth Rock user. We have a great Scarf user, a great Specs user, a great Choice Band user, a great Life Orb user, a very huge mon with Sheer Force. Honestly, Nidoking is very diverse. Another one of those mons very hard to prepare for. So he's going to be on the team with Poison Jab, Sludge Bomb, Sludge Wave, T-Bolts, Ice Beam, Thunder Punch, Ice Punch. Anything that this mon could really do is up to the matchup, and I could definitely cover what I need to cover with this mon right here. So Nidoking is my mana choice. Also my fairy killer, which is important, and basically that's why we have him. Now, as you can tell, got quite the EQ because outside of our Fini and Hydreigon, EQ is a problem. And I also need speed because my team is pretty slow right now outside of Scarf Nidoking, to be honest. Like, you know what? And the Hydreigon. I need some speed. Boom. I need an EQ resistor. Boom. Virizion comes in hot right now. Resist EQ. Base 108 speed. Has phenomenal bulk. Phenomenal stats. Shallow move pool, but a good enough move pool to make your opponent think, is he going to go physical or is he going to go special? And basically, he just eats EQs, and he serves the purpose of destroying EQs for me. I'm going to say it over and over again. He destroys EQ for me. He's very physically bulky. Very bulky in general. And he's a grass type. I needed the grass type. He's fast. He can be offensive or a wall. And he can definitely run mixes as well. So that's our Virizion pick there. Next up is Buzzwole. We have the glorious Buzzwole. Now, Buzzwole eats EQs for days. Eats them probably better than Virizion does. And Buzzwole is just a freaking champion. If I get that Beast Boost off of the Circuitry or my Buzzwole, I get the ball rolling in my favor, and it just adds up, and I can do a lot of damage to any team that can not contain a Beast Boosting mon in general. Now, I was lucky. I got 2 Ultra Beasts on my team. I don't know how many other people have, Ultra Beasts other people have, but I got 2 on my team. That is 2 Beast Boost threats, and my opponents can prepare for which stat do I want to raise. Obviously, with Buzzwole, maybe I want to attack, maybe I want Spadef, maybe I want defense, maybe I want speed. I don't know. It's going to come depending on the matchup. Remember, guys, Beast Boost raises your highest invested stat or highest stat that you have. So, I can fluctuate with that a little bit, put in EVs elsewhere to make sure I get a Beast Boost in what I want instead of maybe what my opponent thinks. So that's why we have Buzzwole. He's Bug type. He's Fighting type. Yes, I have Fighting cover with Emboar, but Emboar is mostly ran for his fire hits. And then Buzzwole is here to eat up EQs and just be a massive presence to deal with. And then next up, we have Cresselia. Now, you're going to think, oh, that's great. Another mon immune to EQ. Now, if Cresselia did not have Levitate, Cresselia and Fini would be amazing. Because guess what? You see Cresselia, you want to poison it, you want to status, you want to do something to it. And if he didn't have Levitate, my Fini's terrain prevented from being poisoned at all. So, like, it's a blessing and a curse. Yes, I get another EQ immune mon. Yes, I get a very bulky, freaking phenomenal, ridiculous mon that could turn any game into my favor. But my Levitate is a little sad that I can still get poisoned despite Fini's terrain being up. Granted, he does get gravity, and I can drop him down, but is that really going to be worth? Who knows? We'll see what happens in the matchup. And of course, like I said, guys, we have Psychic MZ. Psychic MZ shenanigans can definitely work on, I think Emboar gets Psychic Attack, Cresselia gets plenty, Hydreigon gets some, Fini can with like some setup moves. And basically, I wanted to make sure I can make Circuitry very, very, very potent, and Z Hypnosis was that idea. It was either that or Lecterium Z, and if I go to Lecterium Z, it's only like a one-trick pony kind of thing. With Psychic Z, I could put it elsewhere and really show off the use of Psychic Z. But overall, it was either this or Lecterium Z in my opinion. Tia wanted me to take Lecterium Z because I use it on a lot of my mons, but I just like go Psychic Z over that because Z Hypnosis. Circuitry in general is moved from UU for a reason. He was just destroying the meta, and he belongs in OU, and I'm going to show why this mon is amazing, hopefully this season. Next up, we went Per Ugly. Had a little bit of a fight between Aggron, Virizion, Buzzwole. I really didn't have anything good for fire in general besides my Fini and Hydreigon, so I said, you know what? Instead of putting that pressure on Emboar and Cresselia, I'll put it on maybe Per Ugly, because he is thick fat. I also needed speed again, as you can tell my team is very slow outside of like Virizion, to be honest. So Per Ugly is base 115, gets thick fat, has priority, and it's normal type, which is kind of nice. Give me a nice little ghost immune if I need it. And he gets a very, very good move pool. And he is honestly quite versatile between thick fat and other things he can do. I think Per Ugly is a solid pick for my team. Gives me speed. And then last but not least, for your New York Marauders, we have Floatzel. Floatzel here, priority. Honestly, look at Floatzel's move pool. It's pretty damn good. Tia made me pick Floatzel. I didn't know what to pick here, so just go with Floatzel. So I said, alright, I'll go with Floatzel, because she freaking loves Floatzel. And then he honestly put in work between Aqua Jet, Abandoned set, a Life Orb set, Special set, Physical set. He could do a little bit, but what he can do, he does very well. And it gives me another priority user on my team, because priorities always have to have in league play. So, we got a priority user, and that is your team, my friends. Let me know what you think in the comments below. The squad, the core, the idea, the what do you call it, the presence of this team. What do you guys think? How do you think we're going to do? Are we going to be a bottom feeding team, or are we going to be a shark trying to feed on the other guys? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. As always, I'm Mr.Talent. You are the glorious Talent Squad. And thank you for partaking in another league with me, guys. I know my last results were not good at all, but honestly, heart was not in it. Did not care at all, as you can tell by my play and my demeanor in each video. So, this time around, I'm out for a vlog, guys. Gonna make it a good one. Thanks for watching. As always, have a great day, and I'll see you next time.